One more doubt session. This question was asked by one of the student in the comment section, and the student's doubt was that calculate the number of moles of H2SO4, hydrogen, sulfur and oxygen. Also total number of molecules of H2SO4, total number of atoms, all H, S and O, and total number of hydrogen atoms in 294 gram of H2SO4. So basically the doubt was that, sir, how can I find the how can I calculate the atoms part? Okay, so I'm gonna give in this video I'm gonna give you the 4-step solution of this question, that with the 4 step how can you solve this question and how can you calculate everything included in this question. So let's start. So whenever this type of question comes where one compound and its mass is given and they are asking you to find the number of moles of particular atoms, so how should you tackle this question? So first write down the chemical equation. Okay, so which chemical equation? So you have to write down the dissociation of that chemical compound. Okay, so first I'll write the right chemical formula and show the equation for the dissociation. Okay, equation for the dissociation. Okay, this is just in order to understand that how the compound breaks. Okay, so if I write down roughly H2SO4, so how H2SO4 gonna break? So H2SO4 is gonna break in the 2H plus 1SO4 2 minus. Okay, so here we have 2 minus and here we have a 2 into 1 which is plus 2. So plus 2 minus 2, neutral charge 0. Okay, so now understand from here why are we writing this equation. So we are writing this equation in order to understand that when one H2SO4, 1 mole of H2SO4 dissociates, it gives us a 2 mole of H plus which is hydrogen and 1 mole of sulfate which is SO4 2 minus. Okay, now that's it. This is the first step. Now let's move toward the second step. What is gonna be the second step? Second step is gonna be to calculate molar mass, also known as gram molecular weight of the compound. Okay, so second step is gonna be calculate the molar mass, molecular weight. Okay, calculate the molar mass. Okay, now how are we going to calculate the molar mass? So what is the molar mass? Basically that we have to know that how do we get the H2SO4. So sir, we need 1 2H 1S and plus 4 oxygens. Am I right? Then we get the H2SO4. Am I correct? Okay, so 2H which is 2 into 1 plus, also this hydrogen molecular atomic masses of the hydrogen, oxygen and sulfur is given in this question. So we can easily calculate that, sir, 2 into 1 plus 32 plus 4 into 16. Okay, if you do this calculation you get the answer as 98. Okay, let's calculate 2 plus 32 plus 64 is gonna be 98. So molar mass or the gram molecular weight of H2SO4 is 98. Now this is the second step. Okay, 98 gram per mole. Okay, now we are going to move forward to the third part. The third part is going to be the calculate the moles. Okay, find the moles of compound given here H2SO4. In your question it could be anything, zinc chloride, sodium chloride or any other organic inorganic compound. Okay, so what do you have to do? You have to calculate the moles of the compound given using the molar mass and the mass in the gram given in the question. Okay, so third step is calculate or maybe you just can write find the moles of compound using the given mass. Okay, so it's very simple. number of moles. Which formula we going to use in order to calculate the number of moles from the molar mass and the mass given? Yes, the number of mole is equals to mass upon gram molecular weight, or also known as molar mass. So our mass is 294. Okay, you can see it over here, it's 294, and the molar mass calculated is 98. When you do 294 divided by 98, you get the answer is equals to 3. Okay, so answer is gonna be, sir, 3 mole. Okay, now this is the third part. Now let's move toward the final and fourth step, which gonna be the find moles of ions produced, ions, atoms, anything produced from the dissociation equation. Okay, so now we know this equation. Now this equation is going to come back again in the last step. So first step and fourth step we're gonna equate, and we'll get our final answer. Okay, so what is the fourth step? As I mentioned, it is find moles of ions produced from the dissociation equation. Okay, now see, we know that it is 3 moles. Okay, so as we saw there, one H2SO4 dissociates and gives 2H plus 1 SO4 2 minus. Am I correct? Perfect. So if one is giving you 2 and 1, then if we have a 3 moles of H2SO4, 3 moles of H2SO4 will give you how much? If 1 is giving you 2, then 3 is going to give you 3 into 2 and 3 into 1. Am I correct? Okay. See, if 1 is giving you, let's say it is H2SO4 and H plus. Okay, if 1 is giving you 2, then 3 will give you X. X is equals to, X will come here, 3 2s are divided by 1. Okay, so 3 2s are divided by 1, which is 6. Okay, now H2SO4 and SO4 2 minus. If 1 is giving you 1, then 3 will give you X. So X is gonna be 3 into 1 divided by 1, which is nothing but 3. So 6 mole of H plus and 3 mole of HSO4 2 minus. Okay, sir. Are we finished? No. We just found the moles. Okay, we just found the moles. Okay, also let's see over here. We found this hydrogen and sulfate. If you want to proceed with the sulfur only alone and oxygen alone, you can do that too. Okay, similar to this question. Okay, that's 2 hydrogen, it gives 2 hydrogen, 1 sulfur and 4 oxygen. Like this you have to do it. Okay, so you can very easily say that 2 hydrogen, 1 sulfur and 4 oxygen from the 1 H2SO4, and similarly you can find the number of moles. Okay, now we know that. Okay, let's come to the part of the, sir, how can we find the number of atoms? Okay, how can we find the number of molecules and number of atoms? Okay, so we know the formula. We know that. What do we know? We know that 1 mole is equal to 6.023 into 10 raised to 23 atoms, molecules or ions. Okay, I just write atom, molecules or ions. Am I correct? Okay, so if we have 1 mole of H2SO4, then it's gonna be 6.023 into 10 raised to 23, which is nothing but the Avogadro's number. So if we have a 3 mole, then it's gonna be 3 into 6.023 into 10 raised to 23 atoms, molecules of H2SO4. Correct? Okay, definitely like this. Okay, so whatever the number of moles you have, you just have to simply multiply that with the Avogadro's number, and that's the number of atoms, molecules or ions for your answer. Okay, so if they are asking you that, sir, how many hydrogen atoms are present in the 6 moles of H plus, okay, then it's gonna be very simple. How many hydrogen atom is gonna be 6 into 6.023 into 10 raised to 23. Sir, how many SO4 2 minus ions gonna be in this question? Okay, so if 3 moles is present, 3 into 6.023 into 10 raised to 23. It is that simple. Okay, I tried my best in this question to solve this question and give you the 4 step. Let's revise the 4 step once again. What's the first step? First step is to write the chemical equation, chemical formula of the compound, which is H2SO4, and show the dissociation equation, that how it get dissociated into what ions. Okay, and then calculate the molar mass of the compound given, which is over here, H2 like H2SO4. So answer came as 98 gram per mole. Okay, third step, find the moles of compound using the given mass. The mass given in this question was 294 gram. The molar mass we calculated, which is 98 gram per mole. When we divide this fraction, we get the answer 3 moles. Okay, and the final step, what do we have to do? We have to find the moles of ions produced from the dissociation equation. That is, basically we are just equating this. That is, if 1 is giving you 2, then 3 will give you how much? Okay, that we have to calculate. And that's it, we are done with this question. If you still have any doubt regarding this question or explanation given in this question, or you have anything other in general doubt, you can comment down in the comment section and I will get back to you, like by making this sort of videos. Okay, thank you.